Hello everybody, we're going to make this little panda right here today. And first off, you just need to know how to do the basic stitching for pony beads. And you're going to pretend like these last two beads right here aren't there. So start off like that and do black, white, black, black, white, white, black, white, black, black, white. And I'm going to do that now. It looks like so. So just pause this and stitch your first row like this. If you actually need to know how to stitch it like this, I have a video on it and I will post it down below. The only difference is you have to follow this color pattern rule, which is really simple. And now we just need to work on the body. So now we're going to continue with the body, and I'm just going to show you all the steps and all the beads you need to use for the body. I'll actually down below say the order of each bead just to help you out. So first off, just take one of your lines of fishing line at the end that you tied and put it through the bead on the end. Attempt to put it through the bead on the end. So basically just put it through the one on the end and pull it through. So then you just have one of your strings coming out of the first one. Now this row is going to be all white. So just grab a white bead, put it on your string, and loop it through the next white bead. Oh, I think my cat might be coming to say hello. Oh, no, she's backing up. We didn't need any visitors. So then just pull it tight and put it in place. And just do this for the whole row. White bead. Put it through the hole. Like this. And your last bead of this row is another white one. So just put it on your string like so, and put it through the last white bead. And just so I won't bore you to death, I'm just going to show you each row as I go along, so it'll be easy for you to follow, but less time of watching, so you can just get on and making your panda. This row is black, white, white, and black. Now you are here, and this row is black, white, black. Second to last row of the body is black, white, white, and black. So now we will do the last row of the body so we can start on the face. Last row is just all whites, and this is all we're going to do for the body. I would not tie off the ends. I would just set it aside and make sure none of the beads fall off, because if you leave the strings untied to the untied, it'll make it easier to connect the face to the body. So I'll just wait untying it off, but don't worry, we will tie it off later and I will show you how to do that. So next we're just going to work on the face. For the face, we're actually going to do it upside down. Only because then again, it'll be easier to connect the face to the body. So basically, I'm just going to turn the panda around and we're going to do it this way. You're going to start off right here. See that black, white, that's going to be your row. Don't worry about these three on the edge and this one right here. Those are not going to be part of your first stitch. Those are going to be added on later. So now I'll just show you that first row done. The first row of the face looks like this. And it is just white on top, black on bottom, white middle, black top, white bottom, white, white, white. And that is the middle center line. And something to know about this pattern is each half is the same. So each side is the same. You'll notice you'll end up doing the same thing again, but on the other side. And I'll try to line this up with this. See, you cut off parts of the ear. And now we will just work on the next row of the face. Next row of the face looks like this. It is just all black on top. The next row, which is the eye level, is just white, blue, white, blue, white. Or you can replace those blues with any color you'd like for the eyes. Next row is just black, white, white, black. And you're almost done with the face. Next row is just white, white, black, white, white. And I just realized I have 4 white ones left in my bowl, and I am very happy because the last row is just all white ones, so I actually counted right. What a wonderful thing. Now that is the last row. It is just all white like I said before, so now you're done with the face. And now it is time to connect the body to the face. And I kind of talked about this earlier because it's the same in an earlier video with my video on how to do the flat stitch. Because basically it's like connecting the edges of a bracelet when you want to make one with a flat stitch. So now I will just show you how to connect the face to the... First off, we're actually just going to knot the end strings for the face, just so it will be easier to do. So you just do a normal knot through the end piece on each side. Sorry, it's a little hard to get through there. And just do a normal knot. I would do it a few times, like go around a few times. And pull it tight. And if you want, you can do that again, or you can just cut off the string. And I wouldn't cut too close to the edge. You want a little bit sticking out, just so it doesn't come undone on you. And the same on the next side. Sorry, my fingers are all getting up in there and you can't see anything. So now just do the same thing. Go in and around a few times. Try not to get it wrapped around your finger. And pull it tight. Like really tight, because you do not want this thing moving around on you. Sometimes you kind of have to wiggle the bead around just to get it to work right. And once it is tight, you just cut it off again, or make another knot if you don't think that one is secure enough for it. Now becomes the part where we actually connect it. So now hopefully you didn't cut those strings off or tie them off on the body, so we can do the next step. Now I'm just going to flip this right side up and take one of your strings. I'm taking the left one just by chance, and loop it through the bottom white first bead on the face. See, like this? So it's like that. And then loop it through the white one on top of the body. And the reason why we were doing this is because basically, I'll pull it tight to show you, it's gonna put them together like that. I'm just gonna loosen it again, because keeping it loose just makes it easier. Now, next thing you're gonna do is basically just the same thing. You go every other. So now we're gonna go through the face again on the next white bead at the bottom of the face, and pull. And I think you guys get the idea, but I'm just gonna continue for you. Go through the next white one on the body now. Pull it. Whoop. And that other string might get a little bit tangled up in there, so just kind of pull it out of the way when it does, and get back to doing it. And go through the next one of the face. And then go through the last one of the body. and the last one of the face. Whoop. Then you're just going to pull it tight and they should go all together. Now that you have pulled it tight, you'll just have an opening right here and 2 strings, which is another reason why I told you guys not to cut that one off, or tie it off and cut it off. And just make a knot. A normal, just knot connecting the 2. Ah, my fingers are not working for me today. So you got the little loop right there and just pull it tight. And I would double do it, so do it again. And pull it tight. Sorry, I have a little piece of tape on the back of there, it must have gotten stuck. And now that is pulled as tight as you can pull it, you can cut those 2 strings off. Or you could use your teeth, like I said before. Cut the little strings off. And move your thing away, and your body will be complete. Ooh, that bead got a little bit sideways. And it should look like this. And now we can work on attaching the ears and the bottom of the feet. We're going to start off with the bottom of the feet because that'll just be a little bit easier. And this is the main reason why I decided to do this video, is because not a lot of people know about how to connect the pieces off of the pattern. So I will do that. For the feet, you're just going to need 2 black beads and some fishing line. I'm actually going to use the extra I cut off one of the pieces. So now first thing you're going to do is make a knot on the end bead. The longer piece should be the one that goes through the black bead, this piece right here, when I'm pulling, because we're going to cut off the other piece. So just make a knot around the bead, like so. Actually, it really doesn't matter which one's longer. I just chose that one to be longer. Now we're going to knot it again, so it does not come undone on you. And pull it tight. Now it just looks like this. You have it knotted around there. And you're going to cut off whatever piece is shorter. Preferably you want it to be way shorter so you're not wasting as much string. And just snip. And next thing you're going to do is loop the end of the string. Oops, sorry, we'll move this around a little. Loop the end of the string through the black bead. And try to grab it. Pull it like that. You're just going to have a little string showing on the edge. That'll be fine. And take one of your black beads and put it on the string. Sorry, I'm doing an interesting job at trying to show you. And pull your string through the next black bead on your body. And pull. And it'll end up right in between there. And now it gets a little bit trickier. You can have an option of tying it off and doing the same thing, but I don't really see the point in doing that. So a faster way is grab the end of your string again and weave it through that white piece right there. It gets a little bit tricky to try to get in there. So once you've gotten it through, pull it. Mine just happened to go through on the back. So here's the string right here. And you're just going to take it and go through the black piece. You could just go through the black piece and not go through the white piece, but I think it's just better because it shows less string. So just go through that black piece now after you went through the white one. And so hard to pull and pull because it gets caught in between those beads and you just can't find it. Well, make sure you pull through the back so none of it's showing. And like this, and just grab your next black bead. The feet are way easier than the ears. I'm just warning you now. So it'll be even harder for me to show you how to do the ears on camera. But take your black bead and go through the black bead on the end. And pull. And now you're just going to tie it off on the black bead at the end. Almost like when you started, but now you're finishing it instead of starting it. Pull, don't pull all the way, and go through. And make sure to go through again so you do not break it. Because usually one knot will not be strong enough. So make another loop and pull it tight. Now you can just cut it off. And then your feet will just look like this. So let's just review that one more time. Make a knot on the ends, cut off the shorter string, and loop the string through the black bead on the end. Put a black bead on, loop it through the next black bead, but now go through that white bead, pull it through, go through that black bead, add a black bead, and go through the black bead on the end and tie it off like when you started, but to end it, and that will be your feet. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So now we'll just work on the ears, which are a little bit more. Actually, this video is getting a tinge bit long, so I'm going to do the ears in part 2 tomorrow. So I hope you guys will stay tuned for that. But so far, your panda will look like this. And I actually messed up a little bit right there and pulled it too tight on the first row. So it should look like straight like that. And it will look straight for yours. I just pulled a little wrong on that one. And for the other panda, I did use an off-white color, so it's your option if you want to use a white or an off-white, whichever you think looks better. But I think the blue ones with the really white make it look so creepy. I have a possessed panda. So now we'll just do the ears, which is right here, tomorrow. See you guys then. I hope you guys like and subscribe.